Alright, welcome back to another Kel's review. Today I'm going to do Star Trek. Okay, so before I get into this, I'm going to give you some background into myself and the Star Trek franchise. I've been a fan of Star Trek ever since I was little. I mean, obviously, a lot of people are. Another thing is I've played a vast variety of Star Trek games over the years. Um, so, I mean, we'll run down Starfleet Command 2, Elite Forces, Starfleet Command 3, Bridge Commander, Klingon Academy. Let's see, Elite Forces 2, Star Trek Legacy, and I gotta say, with most of them, have been dramatically disappointed. So, oh, and then of course, let's not forget the ever popular Star Trek Online, which I was one of the few people who was so hopes for that, was actually stupid enough to buy a lifetime subscription, and pretty much don't play the game anymore. So there we go with that. Anyway, so high hopes for this game. You know, the new movie franchise came out years back. Awesome movie. Love J.J. Abrams' interpretation. So I heard the game was coming out. First assumption of this was going to be it was a game you're going to play through the movie. Was glad to find out it is not a game you play through the movie. That it is its own storyline that takes place after the movie events. So that's a good thing. And so anyway, so high hopes for that. I was looking forward to it. It sounded promising. So I saw some screenshots, saw some little gameplay videos. Like, okay, that looks like that'll be kind of cool. Game released. I've picked it up now. I've played about 2 hours of it. I am left wanting, to be frank. I'll start off with a couple of the things that I like about the game. The voice acting is obviously phenomenal. It's the actors from the movie, so we're great there. These guys are talented, even with the voice acting. So we're happy with that. That's a good thing. Some of the set pieces, like the CG and the 3D modeling, is good. It's just not great. Not for a game that's of this caliber. The things should be much better. Like one of the things I can't quite put my finger on, but there's something with my character and the piece I'm in, meaning the level. I don't know. It's like he just doesn't quite fit. I don't know if it's the coloring, texture, shadow quality. I'm not sure. Then we run into the graphical issues. Just the literal issues of the game would have areas where it would just get lines through it, or just wouldn't work properly. I would get, the character's interaction with an object would be off. And it wasn't like a one-time thing. Like, some games you can go up to something and if you're not perfectly centered, it'll look weird. Like, now this is like a 2 or 3 time thing of them opening doors and stuff, which are like little mini, I don't want to call them quick time events, but that's about what they amount to.
I think he's been poisoned.
So apologize for my voice here, by the way. If you hear me take a pause, that's usually me muting the mic or taking a drink of water. I'm still getting over a cold, so I got a bit of a sore throat, so it's kind of hard for me to talk here. Anyway, so we had those issues. Controller-wise, so we're gonna, controller-wise too. It can use a controller, meaning a Xbox, PlayStation controller, how you have it hooked up, or a Logitech type. I didn't notice a benefit between that to the mouse and the keyboard, other than the fact that the mouse and the keyboard's key bindings, the factory set key bindings are ridiculously annoying. They're just like weirdly placed. Like the game uses a cover mechanic, which I'll get into in a second, and the cover mechanic key is placed in like left control. So you would so when you got your fingers up here, you've got to kind of like angle your pinky down to hit it to take cover. And if you don't, there's places like if you don't take cover, you're dead in a couple seconds. So that was a little for me. So gameplay wise, with the controls, obviously not happy. They just did not feel very smooth. They felt kind of clunky. The mouse sensitivity seemed to be off at periods. I don't know what was up with that. Like, the damn thing would just, I'd touch it, it would either would hardly move or it would shoot around 180 degrees. So that was kind of quirky. Learning curve on the enemies is a little hard. Now, obviously, too, this is a co-op game, and I'm playing single player. So this might be a completely different play style when you play with another person. It may not be as hard, but like the learning curve, like these Gorn. I mean, what the hell? Like this thing I'm fighting here, it's like like 500 phaser shots and it doesn't die. So I'm like, I don't quite understand that. Not real far into the storyline yet, so I can't really comment on character progression analysis or anything like that with it. But the combat just wasn't real happy with. And with the combat, we'll touch on the cover mechanics. Now, a lot of games like to use cover mechanics. I'm not a big fan of them unless they do them well. Tomb Raider, it's a game that did cover mechanics really, really well. The new Tomb Raider game. This game, I don't know. It's like I said, with the advent of the control key being kind of out of place, and the fact that you have to manually take cover with stuff, and getting out of cover is also another annoying option. Because like there's some places where you'll be behind cover, there's stuff coming at, and you have to come out of cover and run to the next cover location. It was annoying, and there was a few times when I didn't make it in time. I actually took damage because I could not get him out of cover in enough time to get to the next cover. You hold a button to sprint. Not quite sure how I feel on that. Didn't really have a problem with it other than a few times it didn't want to work. And like I said, you'll see the game is co-op. So I think there's a part here coming up somewhere where I actually die or take damage and I'm wounded, and the computer character has to come over and they've got to revive you, which is sort of reminiscent of like the Gears of War type of thing. You're like, I'm down, but he's got to come over and pick you up so you don't die. I don't mind it. Like I said, this game may have a different feel if I was playing with another person. That's always a possibility. I just feel this game could have done with this a lot more. I don't know how to put it. Development time. It feels like it had the potential to be a really good game. It's just there's a lot of very little subtle nuance things. The gun accuracy is a little low. I don't know if they did that on purpose or if it's just the way it kind of worked out. Like I don't know if you have to tack into it, but it just kind of felt like their phaser guns. They should be a little bit more accurate than what they are. So I don't know. It just needed a little bit more time. I mean, texture qualities, cover mechanics, controls, the CG in it. Like the mouths not syncing up when they talk or just looking completely weird. For the characters, was part of it. I don't know. I guess I just really wish they'd have put a little bit more time into it. If I had to give a recommendation for the game, it's going to be to not buy. Wait for the thing to go on sale at Steam. Maybe around Christmas time when it's like they take it 75% off. Yeah, for that it might be worth it. But unless you're like a super diehard Trek fan, I don't see the point in buying it. It may be rent if you want to pick it up on a console. Like I said, it plays with a controller, so a console version, if they got one, might be okay. To rent for a couple days and play through it. I don't know if this game would have any replay value, which is another part with a game that, for me, takes a lot into a game. If I'm going to spend this kind of money on a game, I want to be able to play through it a couple times usually. I do not see myself doing that with this game. But so, like I said, for me, it's going to be a not buy. A lot of potential. Wish it could do more, but sadly, it just falls a little short. So I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this review. And please leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. I should have a few more videos coming up. Like things been a little hectic right now with the cold, new baby, and everything going on at home. It's just been a little hard trying to get some new content out. But anyway, take care, guys, and I'll see you on the flip side.